Hi girls! Today we are going to talk about menopause. And I think the most important thing to remember when you're going through menopause is to keep a positive mental attitude and an open mind because they're finding new things every day that are helpful to women at this stage of their lives. The next thing that I think is really important to have is a sense of humor, and with that goes great female friends because you're not going through this alone. We're all going through it together if we're at a certain age, which is usually about 50 plus. And some of the things that happen are crazy. You know, the night sweats alone are just a book you could write. Nobody likes them. They're unpleasant. They're annoying. So talk to your friends, share your experiences, get tips from each other, and have a good laugh. Because this is a time of your life when your children are older, you have a little bit less in the way of responsibilities. Go out, have fun, do things for yourself, and you'll find the balance is worth it. It's worth it, even though you're going through menopause, to not have to worry about a lot of the stuff that you had to worry about when you were younger. Another thing that's really important is to have really good skincare, to really invest in the things you use for your skin and your hair, because you need different things now than you used to need when you were younger. You're going to need a more emollient cream. You're probably going to need a really nourishing facial serum. And maybe in the past you could get through with just washing your face with soap and water. And now you really have to be on your game when it comes to your skincare, and not just once a day, but sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, especially if you live in a harsh climate. And you do need to use sunscreen every day on your skin. And another important thing is to use things on your hair that are moisturizing, that protect it. And again, you know, when you were younger, you might just wash your hair 2 or 3 times a day and maybe use a very light conditioner. You need something more nourishing now. You need something richer. So try a hair mask or try like a hot oil treatment. Give yourself a little pampering and your hair and your skin are going to look better. I also feel like it's really important at this stage of the game to have a super healthy diet. The truth is we put on weight more easily and we can't eat as much. You have to decrease your calories as you get a little bit older, and it's really important that what you do eat is full of nutrition. So it doesn't mean that you have to live a boring life, but you have to use moderation. You can still have a glass of wine with your dinner. Of course, you can still have a little chocolate or a dessert now and then. You just can't have it all the time, and you just can't have a lot if you want to maintain your weight. And maybe you don't care. You know, at this point, some people feel like if you have a little bit more weight, your face is going to be more full and you're going to have a more beautiful appearance. So that is totally up to you. But if you find that you are gaining weight and you don't want to gain weight, it's just a matter of deciding what you can live without as far as food. Maybe like you can let the chips go or the bagels or something like that. Things that are high in calories and don't have a lot of nutrition are definitely the first things that need to go. Next, drink lots of water. That's always important, but never more important than now because our skin is drying. So we need that moisture, not just in the creams that we use, but internally with plenty of water. And you also want to take some supplements probably at this point in your life, even if you never have in the past. It's good to have a multivitamin. It's really good to take something like a hair, skin, and nails type supplement. I think those are wonderful. And also some fish oil possibly for those essential fatty acids for your well-being as far as your skin, but also your brain. And then sleep. You need to get your sleep. And of course, I just talked about hot flashes. Who can sleep through that? So I use a product called Estroven, and that helps the hot flashes a lot for me. And try to get 6 to 8 hours of rest. Don't burn the candle on both ends. You can't do it anymore. I did it all the time when I was young. And I don't know that it was such a great idea, but it was kind of like I had no choice. You know, you have kids that are sick and you have to get up in the morning and go to work. and you come home and your house is a mess and you have company coming, so you stay up late cleaning it. It's just like, it seems like you're on a treadmill. But fortunately now, you're not on that treadmill anymore. But sometimes those patterns are ingrained and we stay up late and we get up early when we really don't have to. So really think about your sleeping patterns and give yourself ample time to sleep. Take a bath at night, relax, read a book, do things that are soothing so you can get a really good sleep and wake up feeling more rested. Also, you want to manage your stress. And how do you do that? You say no sometimes. Don't put too much on your plate. Say no to other people so you can say yes to yourself. So you have time for a hot bath. So you have time to give yourself a facial. So you have time to do a hair mask. All those things take time. And if you want to have time to keep yourself beautiful, to exercise, and to enjoy your life, sometimes you have to say no. You also need a form of self-expression. You want something that makes you feel creative. And it could be just decorating your home. It could be singing in the church choir. It could be any number of things. For me, it's doing videos for YouTube. You choose what you want to be your hobby. But another way that you can kind of help along your self-expression is to say how you feel. You may have gotten into a pattern at work or in your relationships where you hold things in. Try not to do that anymore. We are at an age where disease is rampant and you don't want to have a tense, kind of stressful lifestyle. You want to say how you feel, to be kind and to be loving, but don't allow yourself to be treated in a way that you don't think is right without saying, no, that's not okay. And the last two things that I'm going to talk about are very personal, so you don't have to do these things if you don't want to, but you might want to consider an anti-aging doctor, especially if you feel like your hormones are just totally out of whack. They can do some blood work, they can check and see if you need bioidentical hormones, or maybe you need thyroid supplements or something like that. But if you really, really don't feel good, try that, or your regular doctor if they're supportive in that way. Sometimes one doctor will say something that is a little bit different than another doctor, so always get a second opinion if you just don't feel good. And then the last thing is specialists. Treat yourself to a consultation with a specialist if there's something that's really bugging you. Go to a dermatologist or a plastic surgeon. They have lots of not only surgical but non-surgical remedies for problems that we're suffering at this age. So treat yourself to a consultation and then make your mind up after you talk to your doctor and decide where you want to go from there. And that is pretty much all that I can tell you as far as what's helped me. I hope it helps you. I know it's a tough time of life, but it's also an exciting time of life. So have a wonderful day, girls. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.